format text value corresponding to the number format of the cell. The text value for the formats are shown as in the following table. So if they are saying that minus at the end of the text value, if the cell is formatted in color for negative values, this at the end of text value if the cell is formatted with parenthesis for positive or all values. So format, if you see, since we are looking for this G4, so see there is no color, this is not negative, so it has just given me F1. Now why F1? F means floating, 1 means number of decimal as 1. If I increase it to 3 decimal place and I press enter, see it has become F3. Now instead of this I make it to this, I get G. G means general format. See, it has general format. If I make it to, let's say, short date, oh, no, it will not take short date. This I make it short date, and then I refer to this here and I press enter. See, it has given me D4. So it is a date format. Okay, maybe short date format would be there, or if I put long date and I put it has given general, because it is thinking that this is a general format because it is coming like a text. So that is the reason. So if you are interested in finding out for any cell what is the format, you can use this. Okay, let's see the prefix. Prefix, it says text value corresponding to the label prefix of the cell. It returns a single quotation mark if the cell contains left aligned text, double quotation mark if the cell contains right aligned text, and caret if the cell contains center text. Then backslash if the cell contains fill aligned text, and empty text if the cell contains anything else. So as an example, let's say we are talking about prefix and we are writing this prefix on how many. So see, this has given me, okay, we'll ignore these errors, ignore error. So it has given me a single quotation because this how many is left aligned. Okay, so if I make it how many as center aligned and I press enter here, sorry, center align, it has, okay, center align, and I press here, it has come caret. If I make it right align and I press here, it has come as double quotation. So you can check using if statement. So you can say if this, what is your logical test, if this is double quote, then you can say center align, center else. Okay, so there you have to be careful because you are testing for the double quote. Okay, then you say that, then it should be center, else it should be not center, assuming we don't know, we are saying not center. Okay, now here is the only issue. Here is the, see, it has you have to give 4 double quotes to test it out. You can see that we have given 1 double quote, 2 double quote, 3 double quote. The reason for this 4 double quote is because double quote is a special character, so you have to escape that. Okay, so escape, you have to give one more, so that it, when the Excel will understand that you want to use this double quote, and hence it is shown. For others there is no problem, that's why I have covered it, and then you can write your full formula here. Now let's say you are interested to know if this is central aligned. What if it is not central aligned? So then you want to check if, then you want to put nested if, if this is, let's say, single quote. So single quote we don't have to worry. Then you say it is left, else you say it is what you have is like right aligned. Okay, I think then you have to say is center aligned. There is a issue. This double quote means it is right aligned. Okay, now it is working fine. So it is showing me right aligned. Now if I make this as center aligned and I run this formula, so it has come as center aligned. If I make this as left aligned and I run this formula again, it has come as left aligned. So why we are doing this? This way you will be able to test what are the cell formatting and accordingly you can work. So if you see type will return B if the cell is blank. It will L if it is label, means it is a text. V means it is containing a value. If it contains a value, it will put V. So as an example, if I put here, because date is like a value, it will give me V. But I move it here, text. So see, it has given me I. And then I move it to somewhere else, it has given me B. So depending on this output of B, I or V, you will decide whether it is value or blank. If you have to multiply on value, then you can say, okay, if this is value, then only multiplication should be done, otherwise multiplication should done. That way you can do. If you want to know the width, you can use this width information. If you want to know whether a cell is protected or not, so sometimes you don't want to work on a protected cell, you can test whether it is protected or not. So currently this cell is not protected. I will change it, format cell protection, I will say logged and I say OK, and then I go to protect and press enter. See, it has come as 1. If the cell is protected, the protect will give me 1. If the cell is not protected, it will give me 0. So that is what protect will give. Type width prefix parenthesis, there is issue we are not covering and others we have covered.